Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Colleen Light, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I come to you from the very small town of Kalama, Washington, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. So I was downstairs busy making tea, you know how I do, before I come on live, and then I thought to myself, I looked at the clock and I thought, oh my gosh, it's actually 3 o'clock, so I should probably pop online there. So I think we're in screen. I'm just trying to arrange things so they look a little bit more even for you. Sometimes I get the base of this, the stand I hold my phone in, the camera, a little off center. So anyway, back to the business at hand. I'm very happy you can join me. I come live on YouTube every Monday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I am live on Facebook every Thursday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So today we're going to make a pretty basic card. I'm gonna change the paper and everything on this one. We're not going to be making the exact one. Mondays are kind of my Case the Catalog day. So this is a sample I had made before. And you will find this on page 78. We're working with the He's the Man suite, and that's on page 78, I should say pages, and 79 of the annual catalog. This suite comes with the most fun things. If you ever want to just look at the designer series paper, look back here. There's a whole section in your catalog, your annual catalog, Paper Perfection here. And it really does show you the designs and patterns on the paper. So Here's the Man, I'm going to show it to you, but you can really get a good idea of what designer series paper is offered in the catalog. So for those of you new to Stampin' Up, the catalog is sectioned off a little bit. So if you are watching live, please say hello. If you are catching the replay, say hello. Let me know where you're watching from, what you like about Stampin' Up! Or this set, if you like the card or not. So I looked this morning and I am one subscriber away from 400. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Anyway, here's that wonderful paper. So on this one, we have the ties and the shoes and the mustaches. This is more your barbecue one. I'm an avid camper, so for me, this is my favorite. We're not using that one today because Thursday morning, I will be demonstrating a fun fold using this patterned paper. My husband is a card guy, so I can't even begin to tell you how many cards I've made using this one. And on the back, as you know, Stampin' Up! Tends to do the themed pattern paper. And then on the back, it's more generalized. What I really like about this paper is we do a lot of flowers and whatnot, and we don't have a lot of male cards, male-based, masculine cards. That's the word I'm looking for, masculine cards. So I really like this set. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started with today's card. You know, I like to do everything together. It's one of my favorite things. Oh, hang on just a second. So my earbuds aren't working. My little microphone's not working today. So I feel like I'm yelling into the camera or into the phone. So turn down your volume if I am. And I will have everything for this card blogged for you by the end of the afternoon. So for our base, we are going to go 4 1/4. Let me see. I'm going to go this way. 4 1/4. And by 8 1/2. And I am using early espresso. It is one of my actual favorite colors. So by 8 1/2. So, and that's just the generalized width of our card bases, of our cardstock. And then we're going to score at 4 1/4. So let's go ahead and do that. And this is going to give us our square card base, which is, of course, one of my favorites. I love a square card, and it fits in our standard medium envelope. So I love these. They're so easy to make and just a little bit different. Then I decided I wanted to use Sahara sand for our second panel. And I'm going to cut that at 4 1/4 because I want it to go all the way across by 3 1/2. So I'm going to take this and cut at 3 1/2. And then we're going to cut it again at 4 1/4. So if you have any questions before I sign off, I will try and answer them for you. It takes once I go off the live, I can't comment individually on YouTube under your live comments. And it takes a little bit for everything to load and whatnot. So sometimes I don't even see your live comments until the very next day. Oh, hi, Jan. So I have to just say that sometimes it's not a matter of that I'm trying not to answer. Sometimes I just can't answer. So, you know, I cut down the samples I showed you into 6 by 6, but they actually come in 12 by 12 sheets of paper. And I'm gonna cut this one down here because I want to save those other ones for my samples for Thursday morning live. So this is going to be cut at 3 inches by 4 1/4. That's all the cutting we have for this card. So it's very easy. And like I said, on Thursday, I'll be sharing the fun fold with you. It's a super cute card. And I'd stay tuned to the end of this video because I have another sample to show you. So this is how this card is going to lay out. Doesn't get too much easier than that. So I want to use, let me show you the stamp set. I want to use the Holy Smokes, You're Amazing. And I'm going to show you why once we get this stamped. So let me go ahead and grab this out, and I'm going to be using the Early Espresso ink, and I am going to be using Very Vanilla. I think you could use Basic White if you didn't have Very Vanilla. I think it would be just fine. But since I have the Very Vanilla, I want to use that just because I think it ties in with the other colors just a little bit better. All right, so you can see I played around with this earlier. So I have the Holy Smokes, You're Amazing, and I'm just gonna pop this right down here in the center. I didn't need to use my Stampin' Pierce mat underneath of this because these stamps are the red rubber, so they're called our cling stamps, and they have the cushion built into them. They're a little bit thicker. Well, actually, they're a lot thicker than photopolymer, and they have that cushion built into it. So you don't have to use a Stampin' Pierce mat or a catalog or anything else underneath of your stamp because the cushion is already there. I'm going to go ahead and take my chamois and I'm going to wipe that off. Let me show you what else I'm working, what I have over here, and then I'll show you what we're going to be using, and we'll do some die cutting. So I am going to try and scoop all of these parts and pieces up on a paper off to the side. So in your suite, so I got 2 of these. So you don't get all of this, but I bought 2 of the designer series paper just because I loved it so much, and this comes in it. So look at this. How neat are these? They're little notebook pages, and you have your vans, and then the barbecue, which I'm going to be using today. So I'm going to set that off to the side, and then we're going to do some die cutting. I could use the Holy Smokes, You're the Best instead of this one, but I really wanted to use that. So, but you could use, just because I wanted to do some stamping with you, but you could use you have the Holy Smokes, You're the Best. There was something else in here too that I thought would go really well. I love the Cheers to You. Cheers to All Your Years. I thought that one was super cute. With you, I'm never lost. There are so many things. Oh, this is the one I almost used. You're flipping awesome. I thought that was super cute for barbecue. All right, now I'm going to have to scooch all of these off to the side here. Let me get all of those off there. Okay, now we're gonna, and look, even stars. Every time I think I'm done showing you something, I'm like, but look, there's more. But look, there's more. So these are the dies you get. Let me show you. I absolutely love, love, love these dies. It coordinates with our stamp set so well. You know, our circles here, the ovals, we're gonna be using these today. Just so many neat things, your banners, but I don't think that these just need to be used with this stamp set. I love tags, I love circle dies, I love the whole thing. So this for me is just fun. But for right now, I'm gonna pull out that one and we're gonna go ahead and just do a little die cutting. You know, I used to do so much, I think I said this in my last video. I used to do so much pre-work and have everything pretty much ready to go just to do together or to make my videos quick. But I have to say that I really just like creating the entire card online together. So I've kind of swapped that up a little bit and gone back to just doing everything together. So thank you for watching with me. All right, so just that easy. And then we have our oval cut out. So I had two thoughts here. I kind of really like this oval, and I thought about doing the early espresso and just shadowing behind there. But then I really like those other dies. So I think we're gonna grab some early espresso and I'm gonna show you how those other two dies cut, and I think that's what we're going to use today. So, and I just took out this, oh my gosh, what is the name of it? Silicone craft sheet. There we go. I took that out because it holds the mini secure when I'm working with paper here. So let me grab a little scrap of early espresso. For those of you who've been following me, you know I just keep all of my scraps individually, just marked with the color, and I just actually file them in these little freezer bags in my in a container. So that's how easy I make stamping. Anyway, these dies, we're gonna use early espresso because it matches our card base, and we're just gonna run that through. And you can see how well this mini just stays put on this paper just by using that silicone craft sheet underneath of it. All right, so let's take these two out. Fun, these are fun dies. I really like them. So I just posted on one of my Instagram stories about what a rainy, blah day it is. So there's your daily weather report from Southwest Washington here in Kalama. I tell you, I feel like it has been snowing, and I'm just gonna flick these out. I could grab my little take your pick tool. I might have to, but for the most part, I think they'll just flick out. Let's see here. And then I'm gonna do what I always do and just probably pop them on the floor and come in and vacuum them up later. Anyway, yeah, I have to tell you, I think everybody I've seen, everybody posting online, like literally throughout the country, has been having the most wackadoodle weather systems. And I think we're all kind of just done with winter and ready to move on. So the time change happened over the weekend here. I guess I don't think it happens in Arizona and Hawaii. And so I'm really off my game today. Hate the time changes. All right, so let's start putting our card together. So I always, before I adhere a bunch, I like to just kind of play around a little bit and see what I've got going here and how I want to lay things out. I always think it's much easier, and I know I want one of these under because I want to make sure that is glued down. I want these two pieces right here. That's a great spot for my glue dot. So I want to do that. And there we go. I think that's what I want there. That looks good and centered. And then I'm going to want to pop that up like that, I believe. I think that's what I'm going to do. All right, so I'm going to hold this one in place, grab my glue. And this is just the multi-purpose glue. And then I'm going to eyeball it and keep my fingers crossed and hope for the best. Okay, so I'm going to pop this one here. just like that. Oops. And that's okay that that little bit of glue came out on that one. That was a little heavy-handed on that bottom part, and that's okay because it's going to be covered up. Well, and you all know me. It'd be okay with me anyway. I'd figure out a way to get it off. And then I think I want this one, gotta face it the right way. I think I want that one angled. So I honestly think I'm just gonna, that's an easy way to do it, right? To offset it, just kind of make a meet. Let's see how that turns out. Let's just see if that works for us here. Oh my gosh, I don't know what's with the gluing today. There we go. Let's do that, and I'm just gonna make them meet like that. It's pretty easy, huh? Yep, that'll work. That'll do it. You know what though? I think I want just a little bit of glue down there. So let me grab my silicone craft sheet again. And oh, I just set it off. So here it is. And one of my handy toothpicks. You know, I love toothpicks for these fine little spots here that I do. So let me grab one of those and let me pop that down. I don't know that it'll show once I get the other die cut out. And I don't think so, but on the off chance, I'm just going to take a little bit of glue here with my toothpick and pop that down. And I think maybe I'll do the same right there in the center there. Just make sure it's good and adhered. Yep, perfect. There we go. Easy, easy, easy. You all know I like easy cards. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're going to put this piece here, just like that. And then we'll finish things up. And I'll show you my other sample that I have. So I'm using a lot of my Christmas set that I ordered hasn't come yet. And honestly, I was a little late in getting my order in, and then I heard that Stampin' Up! Also was running a little late because of weather issues and on down the line. So just if you ordered from me in February, just know that those gifts are a little bit late getting in the mail. My order should be here any day, is what I'm hoping. And then I got a fun Easter set. So next week we're gonna make some Easter cards. This isn't really looking like much yet, but I promise you, I think it's gonna be pretty cute. So that should be next week. Okay, yep, there we go. Now, I want to pop this piece up here, the Holy Smokes. We're going to put that on some dimensionals. And then we're going to do the inside of our card too. So the Holy Smokes, you're amazing. Oh, you know, I think I'll put another one down there. Let's get these off. So I'm using one of the pre-cut die cuts. You tell me, what do you like? Do you like when Stampin' Up! Does the work for you? Like me? Or do you like doing everything from scratch? Are you one of those people that just really is super creative and loves to create everything from scratch and just really dive in and play around with everything? Okay, I'm going to put this on an angle for now, which I'm not sure about because, no, you know, I think I'm going to pop it down a little bit lower. I really love things on an angle, but I think that it's just going to bother me, honestly, that this barbecue is off center. So I'm going to leave it like that. Okay, so I'm also going to be using these rustic metallic dots that are part of the suite. So I love, oh, look, I took that out and forgot to take the rest. I love these. I think they are so neat looking. I just really, really like them. Let me go ahead and I set my take your pick tool down somewhere, so I'll grab some of these tweezers that I have here. And let's go ahead and, since we have some room here, we're going to want to fill in the blank. I'm not adding a ribbon or anything to this. I want to leave it, you know, I don't like how that's setting. I think I want to center that more. Let's see if I can get it up. Yep, I can. All right, let's set that more like that. And let's put a third one right over here. That's all that is to this card. Let's do the inside real quick. And I'm going to grab another piece of berry vanilla. Sorry. Every now and then that New York accent just pops out a little bit. Not often, but every now and then. And I'm just going to cut this at, let me see. So this is 4 1/8 by 4 1/8. Pretty easy, huh? And let's pick out one of our stamps to stamp the inside. You could stamp the inside. You could put some of your designer series paper in there, but I think I want to stamp the inside of this one. And here we have this number 1. So this is one I want to point out to you. I love the one that looks like it goes on the corner of those old-fashioned, you know, when we used to actually put our photos in albums with these little tabs. I love that. Okay, so let's grab our number 1. And let me grab a little block over here. And let's make sure I have it facing the right direction, which I do. And again, sticking with the early espresso. And let's pop number 1 right down here in the corner. Oh, thank goodness, there's 2 sides to every piece of paper, huh? Let me stamp this one off here. Let's see here. Ah, much better. All right, now let's do it. Number 1, it's a little on a wonky angle, but that is a-okay because I don't really adhere the inside of my cards until I am ready to mail them anyway. So this is today's easy peasy card. Let me show you my other sample. So this is what it would look like. Holy smokes, you're amazing. It's a little fire. You could add twine to this. You could dress it up however much you want. I like, you know, I am a very simple stamper. It is just really what I like. It's just they're my favorite cards. So here's this one. Here's that one. This is one I made. Hope your day is a grand adventure. And I made a scrapbook page layout using this for Father's Day, which I don't know if you can see it as much. But anyway, join me Thursday. I'm going to be working with this set again. Let me move this out of the way. I'm going to be working with this set again, and I will be doing a fun fold. So if there aren't any questions, I'll say goodbye and hope to see you on Thursday. Thanks so much for joining me.